Hello YouTubers. Well, we're back at our stool project. It's been a nice little project so far. It's kind of just taking it as I can do it, as time will allow. And yeah, so it's coming along quite nicely. I really didn't anticipate putting this much time into it, but hey. And of course, combined with trying to film it, it's even taking longer. But then, that's the fun of it, I guess. That's all what it's all about. Anyway, today we are down to, we have 4 of these made, as you've seen in the last video. We have the 2 legs made. We have the solid rivets installed. This being the outside, this being the inside. Got a few little surprises coming up when we're doing this. We've kind of came up with some custom mods for it, if you can call it that. So basically what we have to do now is we have to put these bars, or this piece of flat bar, on each side. Now why do we do that? Well, 2 reasons. I think it gives it a bit more character, and the other thing is stay. I said stay.
Okay.
All right.
It'll listen that time.
Oh yeah. So you can see it's got some flex to it, because this is only 1/8 plate, 10 gauge, 11 gauge. So that's going to add some rigidity to it. Right? And it's going to make it. It's going to add to the aesthetics.
Can this day get any better?
It's going to make it look stunning.
Oh, you're on a roll.
Oh, I'm telling you. Yeah. So this is what we got to do. But there's a couple of little things got to look out to. We're going to weld it on, just tack it on. But I don't want to see any of the welds on the outside. I want to keep it as clean as I possibly can. And the other thing is, this is 1-inch flat bar, and I need it to be equal on both sides. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for today. Plus, this has got a bit of a warp in it, where we've been pounding on it, putting rivets in it. So we're going to try to, well, I shouldn't even say the rivets caused it, probably the heat from the plasma cutter caused it. And maybe the sheet was a bit bent when I got here, because they're throwing it aboard the trucks and they're letting it hang out over the side like we saw the other day. And I mean, no fault of theirs, it's just a little bit hard for one guy to handle, and whatever works for him, that's what he does. So there's a lot of reasons why there's a little bit of a bow in that, you know. But regardless, we'll work around that, we'll find out what we have to do. So when we come back, we're going to show you how we solve this dilemma. Okay, I think I have the dilemma solved for the most part. So as you can see what we've done here, I want this exactly halfway, which we've achieved. And how did we achieve that? Well, this here is an actual welding table, so I basically put these spacers down. It still wasn't quite enough, and I simply laid a washer on top to act as a shim. And to get the bow out, this table is perfectly level, so to get the bow out, we clamped her down. Put the clamp store, right? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Put the clamp store right quickly.
Not her.
No.
Him.
Oh, her.
Clamps to him.
This is a her. I think.
I think it's a him.
You Googleize it. How to tell a her from a him.
Well, you'll
on a stool.
know who got the clamps on.
Well, this is where they need the stool sample, I guess.
To find out.
Yeah. Anyway, so what I plan on doing here, as you can see, this here bottom piece kind of fits pretty close to perfect back here, and it's kind of an odd angle, but it works. And I rounded the corners, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start back here. You might want to come over here, Kathy. I'm going to start back here. I'm going to tack, 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 and then I'm going to pull this in, because these legs got a bit of a bow to them, which was designed in them to be that way. Again, for aesthetic reasons. Right? And so normally, if it was straight, I'd pull it all in, I'd tack there, tack there, and tack there. But in this case, where the bow is there, I have to keep in mind that the bow is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, tack, tack, pull it in, tack, tack, pull it in, tack, tack, and work my way right up to the front. And I'm going to do that the same on all 2 legs and all 4 ends. So when we come back, we'll show you how it turned out. There's really no point in showing you the welding, because all you're going to see is flashes, right? And then, and of course, I have to remember too, we have to do the welding on the inside, and that's why you'll see rivets like there. So I got some welding to do.
You do.
Okay, so that's part of it is done, as you can see.
Yeah,
And-
it's solid. It's not flexible.
Oh, it's very good now. And it looks clean, eh? When it's welded just on the inside
Oh, yeah.
and not on the inside. And also, it is almost perfectly, I would say perfectly straight. So, let's see. Well, there it is on the table.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Helps to have a level welding table.
Well, you have to, right? You know, now I could have put braces across and clamped it down even further, but
Right.
that's, you know, that's within NASA standards.
Ooh.
Now, I always said that we're going to, when we get into these kind of projects, we end up getting into a couple of diversions. So, you know, I start off with a vision, and then halfway through, I say, maybe I should do this. So anyway, we're going to make a change to this, because the idea of this, what's that noise? What's that noise?
It's messages
Text?
you got coming in.
Oh, I thought it was camera.
No.
Usually what will happen is, like I say, I'll get the vision, then during the process I will get another vision, and I have to follow that vision. So some might not agree with what I'm going to do here now, but keep in mind that although we haven't given a shop tour, you can see around by that shelf there, it's got an industrial look to it. The valves on the wall, it's got an industrial look to it. The cannons, the
Yeah,
the
that's the
cupboard
theme.
system, that's the theme, right? So this is not meant to look contemporary. It's meant to look, if anything, vintage and vintage industrial. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to put some grating on the inside. So just to give you an idea.
Oh, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I want it to look industrial.
That's right.
You know? So it's, and I got the idea from the guard I made for the press,
Okay, yeah.
right?
You know, that's the idea when you're making something, is true your own taste, style, need.
Yeah. Now people might say, well, you could have showed us how you cut it out. Well, some things, you know, even here are very low tech. So what I did is I took the piece that came out of here and I put it on the sheet of stuff, and I gave myself a little bit of width, and I just simply cut it out with the zip grinder. Zip, zip, and then I did trim a little bit of on the iron worker, not because I had to, just because I had the iron worker, you know. So that's where we're going with this. There's going to be a couple of more diversions as this video progresses, and depending, of course, when we get our parts. We got some parts coming in from the US actually for this. We have to try to keep the American economy going as well. So, and I think we're doing a pretty good job, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah, just a couple of little things that I wanted for this. But in the meantime, I think this will enhance my goal. It will help my goal to reach my goal of vintage industrial. Right?
Looks like it's working.
Yeah, we have other things that we want to show you, but we're not ready at this stage in the video yet. So basically what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to come on over here, Kathy. You can see where this thing is not to stick up, so I'm just going to take a couple of clamps and clamp her down lightly, and then I'm going to go along and I'm going to tack, 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 tick tack, and then we'll be good to go on that part of it. And then we'll come back and we'll show you another stage. What do you think?
I think it's stunning.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, yeah.
Looks good. Hey, it's,
I like the idea of putting a grate in there.
oh, I think it's great.
I do. I do too. It's great.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
great.
I mean, we had it out there. It's not like we had to go buy it and put it out there. It was already out there.
That's right. It was screaming.
Yeah, it was saying, deal with it.
Yeah, do it.
So we got our what do you call it? Our
Banjo.
Our banjo. So now we're almost getting ready for the banjo now. And what I did is I took that used cover and
Ooh, yeah.
now I'm not sure yet, but I might knock the shine off it.
Okay.
Not sure, but anyway, that's how it's gonna look, you know?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think so. The grain.
Well,
This is probably.
once that gets painted black.
Yeah. This is gonna be the front. Hang on now. That's gonna be the front. So we want the grain to go with that, because you know, if the mini split cuts in, the wind can. It don't get caught up on the seat.
Go with the green.
We're going with the grain. Yeah. So you know that's basically how that's gonna look, right? But I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna knock the shine off. I don't know yet. That's a couple of seconds to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
You like?
Yes.
I was actually thinking about cutting out. You know how we have the specialty repairs. Or I'll tell you. Just pause it for a second. Is it on?
Yeah, it didn't make a sound. I
never heard beep.
I didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
we're rolling.
I had in my mind to take the wood, put this on top of the wood, and take a torch and scorch it,
Okay.
and get the specialty repairs custom mods, and then Veritane that over, right?
Oh yes, that's for the seat.
For the seat, yeah. But I said, I wasn't sure on it, you know.
Might not be as comfortable either.
No.
We got the opening.
Well, no. This is going to go on the wood. You got your wood.
Okay.
You're gonna lay this on the wood.
Right.
You're going to take your torch. And you're going to scorch the wood because of this.
I
Then you
see.
take this off, you see the pattern.
Okay.
Then you Veritane the
Like stencil it,
My
yes.
God, man, you can't put that on there for a seat. Sure, a feller with small tools get caught up in that.
Maybe wrecked.
I'm wrecked. I should say wrecked. He'd be screaming pain, right?
And why not?
And why not? And so he should.
So it should.
He got every right to.
Exactly.
You know, trying to drag her and running around her like a cat with his tail on fire, trying to get the stool to let go. And of course, the more he pulls, see, the more the grip.
All right.
You okay?
Yes.
Here,
No, you're not.
Get me.
No. Get. Behave yourself.
My gosh, this is I am.
Well, it needs a lot of work.
You said you can't put that down for a seat.
Look how carried away you
What
got.
your eyes? You're gonna cry and everything.
No.
Well, you came up with it. See, that never entered my mind about anybody getting their private Scotty.
Seriously, I never thought of anything
you
about
did.
any junk or nothing.
Well, you said, boy, stuff goes down through. You know?
This feller's rewinding and I'm trying to find out.
Anyway, so that's what I was going to do. Boys, excuse her, because there's no point. There's no point. Anybody who watches us now should know that she's the cause of all of this.
So, yeah, so we
So I
better
was
not
gonna-
use that.
I was going to scorch it. Not him. Scorch it. Okay, because you said, well, sure, if you sat on that, you know, and then I just automatically assumed you were talking about junk.
I know you ran with it.
Yeah, you're okay, right?
Yes.
Anyway, folks, I have to figure out now if we can get back to being half normal. I have to figure out now how I'm going to put these legs on. And of course, there's another dilemma. If we put them on close like that,
Yeah.
it's going to be too close to leg, right? So it's going to have to go on a bit of an angle, which I would prefer anyway, to be honest with you. So we just have to deal with it and
Figure it out.
figure it out. And we'll be right back.
All right, you got them attached?
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to have to do it. A bit of fooling around trying to get that right.
Oh, yeah.
See, I could have them, starting off, I could have had the legs straight, but I would have a great big seat on it. Because I want to put a little folding footstool, if possible, in it.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Now, if that don't happen, it don't happen. It's no big deal. But put it that way, I'll be looking at doing it, you know? So what I got done is I got it tacked here now. And of course, if you look at stools, you look at that one down there, the legs come out,
Oh, yes, exactly.
right? You look at this one here, the legs come out.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't want to have a stupid looking stool with straight legs,
No.
right? You know, so this is this is where I'm to with it, you know?
Well, I like the shape of that one and the style.
Yeah, I think it's coming along good. Well, I'll have to see. I'll size it up a bit more before it makes the final weld. But that's where we're to with it. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get the geometry right on it, you know? Sometimes I look at it, it doesn't look right. Sometimes I look at it, it looks perfect, you know? So I got to come to a
Happy medium.
happy medium with myself. So,
That's true.
and when we get that done, I'll show you. Okay, folks, it's welded. Now some might say, well, why didn't you bolt it? Well, two reasons. Number one, I didn't think it justified that much work because it's not something that's going to be broke down and sold and sent away. It's going to remain here in the shop forever. I got the angle pretty close. I had nothing in there, only that to go by. My gauges wouldn't fit in there. Let's see if I can find it and get it in there. So that's close enough. So now I can put her down and move on to the next stage.
Hey, we're watching.
There you be.
Here we be.
Well, again, I'm into a change of plan. Well, not a change of plan as such. See the angle that's on? Well, that's the way it should be done because it gives more stability, correct?
Correct.
Because that's why those guys are on an angle and every other stool's on an angle, unless the thing's that wide to begin with. So, the problem is, I was going to use that big treaded rod to go right through, give it the industrial look by putting big nuts on it, right? But here's the problem, come over. If I put the treaded rod right through, which would still work, the nut would look like that.
Oh, ouch.
And I didn't like that. Okay? Now, there was another way I could have done it. I could have put the treaded rod through, I could have bent it in the middle. It would give it that twist down there. But then I decided I might put a footstool on it.
That's right.
And that would have complicated things. And I like straight lines. I like, I don't like bends and stuff in something like this. This is all straight. So when you start introducing a bend to it, it kind of looks like crap. And so anyway, this is what I got done. So this is all on an angle. So I got not finished this yet, of course. This goes in that. And that goes in like that. Now, that's going to go like that. And hot. His father would say, Crimer's God, that's hot.
Every time when you're at a build, though, things change along the way.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's part of the...
It's part of the custom, isn't it?
Well, it's part of the thrill of it, You're problem solving as you're going, right? So, let me get this one on a bit better. But anyway, look, you can see the nut is much better on there.
Yes, exactly.
It's not tight yet either, right?
No.
Once I get it tightened up, it'll look much better. Although I like the beer nut, I think I'm going to go with a castle head nut. Not a castle head, sorry. Acorn nut with a cover on it.
Okay.
The acorn nut looks like an acorn.
That's right.
You've seen me use them before, especially when we're doing the collection out there. So that's what I think I'm going to. That's what I think I'm going to use. So it's coming, but it's slow going,
That's right.
So you're problem solving as you're going. Our package from the US of A didn't show up. So.
No, it'll probably be Monday now then.
Yeah. So. But that's it. Right?
It's okay.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Hot.
Oh. Don't burn your fingers.
No, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
So,
At least you're getting a lot done while you're waiting for those parts.
well, I'm getting it done somehow. It is what it is. It ain't pretty looking, but once it's all together, you're not going to see it anyway.
So.
You see that? See the way that's beveled right there?
Yes.
Well, if you don't have a lathe, there's a better system. And it's over here. This is probably the best one of them I've ever seen.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
Oh.
These aren't like the cheap ones you see on TV. These are carbide.
Ooh.
All right. Very, very good quality.
Did they wear down over time?
Well, last a long, long time. They're carbide. Now the trick is when you're using them is you got to keep them going in the right direction. You got to keep them going clockwise.
Oh.
If you back them up, you could damage them. All right. This is very hard metal in here, carbide, but it's brittle.
Wow.
So it's like a glass. A glass is hard. Drop it on the floor.
Cast irons like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then of course you have a little countersink that comes with it as well, right? So that's just a nice kit. I was just using that before you came with the camera because I know you're trying to pack up stuff to ship. So I didn't want to bother you too much. So sometimes we miss steps, but we catch up on it in the next.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So this is plate that I had beveled. So that's why I'm doing the process now, getting this working. And then we can, there's been a plane buzzing here all afternoon.
Yeah.
Twin engine little beach craft.
Wow.
Yeah, paparazzi, I guess.
I guess.
Oh yeah, you see the cameraman hanging out the window and everything, eh?
Wow.
No restraints on her, isn't he?
No.
No.
Paparazzi.
Oh yeah, paparazzi, yeah. And Kathy's down there somewhere. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I'll when I when I get this done and bolted on, come back and we'll show you what it looks like. So anyway, essentially, that is the stool. But, you know, I'm gonna build a footstool for it, right?
Wow.
Thinking about it. Not etched in stone yet, but we never got our order today from the good old US of A. God bless the USA. And so it'll be next week now, right? But, you know,
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to take some time off this Christmas. You know, we had built a lot of product.
Oh, yes.
You know, about 3 months building steady product. So I wanted to have some time off Christmas so I could do something for myself, right? And this is just one of those foolish little jobs, you know?
Yeah, that's right. You've
You-
enjoyed it.
Yeah, you can look in now and you can see the nuts are
Yes, that's what I was sizing
up against the, yeah.
Looking at that.
And I still maintained a straight pipe,
Yes,
right?
you did.
You can see they were plug welded. And I mean, although it's strong, it doesn't require a lot of strength. It's only to hold the legs together,
Yeah.
you know? So now I can concentrate on the footstool part of it, you know? On the footrest part of it. And I can clean up the shop a little bit because I just about had enough of it for today.
Yeah,
You know, I like projects, but I like taking them in small increments,
that's right.
small doses. You know, the big
Yeah.
ones I don't know. I don't like to commit to a big one. I'm glad we used the mesh.
Oh, yeah,
I think the mesh really adds to it,
it does.
gives it some character.
Absolutely.
So we'll get at it when we get at it.
That's right. Be next week now.
Exactly. So that's it. Okay, just fooling around with the footrest. So I got that cut out. We'll get it cleaned up now and have a look at it. Well, you're out tormenting again.
Just got back. So you did decide to go with the step?
Yeah, and go with the step. But I gotta get the bins out. Like the divers, I got the bins. That's what we're doing here now. I'm rethinking about putting that on a hinge.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm not going to be the type that's going to be flipping that up and putting it down and,
No.
you know.
I would think it'd be more used down than up.
Yes, folks, I got a scratch all right there.
But the pencil was handy.
Well, the pencil works for what I need it for right now, yeah?
It was right there.
So, it is what it is. Anyway,
Now you're gonna bend her?
I'm going to attempt to bend her. Yep. I just had this adjusted for another type of job. So now I got to readjust her again here now. It don't need much.
It's a lot of power.
Huh?
It's a lot of power in that machine.
Yeah, but I never took time to set her up just for that. I've had some stuff in that I coming on her. Yeah, so it went too far, huh?
Okay, so
So what I usually do, Sure, you can't see that over there.
why not?
Sure, you got binoculars going into television.
You bend her back?
The slate bends are actually the kind of the worst.
Hardest to do. Oh, yeah. That's
Dead on.
yeah.
Dead on.
Give it a touch, still how much you need it.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm guesstimating, right? So, I'm guesstimating. See, I suppose I have this give up.
That's right.
And Dell gets interested in it.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
And that's my little footstool. Of course, now this is not finished yet, eh?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
It'll come
take
on.
the shape of the cap. Takes the shape of the end cap.
End cap?
Yeah, like the duplicate here.
Oh yes, yeah. That's made to match that. This is going to have screen in it too.
Nice.
Yeah. I shall show you.
Show
I
me.
shall show you.
Show me how to move your bag. Oh, that is
See?
nice. Yeah, I like that.
Cool?
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah. So I've got to try to bend that now.
So what needs to be bent now? The duplicate?
Well, I'd like to bend this here. This is going to be a bit tricky bend because this here is kind of rounded.
Okay.
But I don't mind because I can fill that in with a bit of welding and you're really not going to see it. So, but I can make it a little bit better.
I'm gonna switch up my battery.
Yeah?
I got a full battery now.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. This is kind of just an experiment what I'm doing here now. Trying to see if I can get this. I'm going to try to roll a contour on a brake. And I got the fingers moved back a bit so I can make a gradual. Get out of the way, Stool. Friggin' stools.
Stools, I know. Stools. Oh, that's
See, it's
nice.
coming along, right?
Yeah. Perfect.
So, well, place to put a stool.
I know. Stool's in your way.
Not perfect, but not bad.
Baby steps.
I can make it better than that now when I go to this 14 gauge. Yeah, that'll kind of do it. See, I got a little bit there. But what I'm going to do is when I go to weld it, see, I'll dolly that down in place.
Nice.
And then, see, if I had to know that, I would have cut this on a 90.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But things change as you're going along, right?
That's right. I like that.
Yeah, it's starting to come along now, right? Now, pipe. Hang on a second, I'll be back in a second. So this is how this is designed. See, it fits in there now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
We'll just poke it in there for now. And then it's gonna look something like that.
Yeah.
All right. You know?
Yep, perfect.
And a couple of tacks across the front of it to keep it in place.
Yes.
By putting the bend in the back like I did, it gives it rigidity.
Rigidity.
See? So I won't need any backing there. You know? And
Yeah, to be strong though.
yeah, so
That's it for
that's
today?
it. That's it for today. That's it. Listen, don't go talking to me into keeping at it because I'm not going to keep at it.
Well, you can keep at it if you want. I'm not keeping at it.
See, problem is that I could have had it. Well, I could have it where it could fold down. All right. There's no reason for people to think you got to fold up.
No, if you fold down, is it necessary?
Well, just, you know, it would take a little bit of fooling around. Well, I really don't think it is. You know?
No.
You know, it's for aesthetics. You know, if you wanted bragging rights, you'd have it on a linear actuator, you'd have it
Okay.
you know, with a little switch here, right?
That's getting carried.
You know, and then you have this LED backlit and, you know, and then a little helmet holder, put your helmet on before you sit on
I
it.
think we're gonna be lucky if you even sit on it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was getting nervous because there's not a lot of stools around.
Oh, I tell you, I should be offering them for sale.
Tractor stool there.
Yeah, I mean, I could be putting these up on the site for sale. Stools.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Tractor one, yep.
Well, I think that's what I'll do. Now, you bought some
Super fine
steel
steel
wool.
wool.
I'll tell you what, the next stool I'm going to make, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to get you to pick up probably a bushel of this. I'm going to knit one.
Yes, probably.
Steel wool.
I don't know, but it'd be any less work or not.
Crochet one. What happened to me?
Here what? We do lookies over here behind you here. And you think I moves everything.
Oh, I think you do. I know you do. So let's see what happens here with this.
I don't go crying now here.
Well, I mean, no, I put another coat on it if it. I got to knock the shine off. It looks too shiny. Right. I got to be like Fender and Gibson. They build brand new guitars and they take them and they scratch them up and they nick them and they.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yes, it's looking good then.
Yeah, I didn't like the shine. One time I'd get that chromed.
I know, that's right.
I was right into chrome most of my life, and now everything got to be blacked out and,
Yes,
you know, emblems removed and
everything's changed.
yeah. See, it's
Nice.
well, it don't look so fresh, right? You know, because
Well, it's
the
trying to
idea,
look all vintage.
yeah,
That's right.
the idea it is got to look a bit weathered, right? Somebody say, man, what happened to us? Well, it must have been left out in the desert,
Yeah, must have been.
right?
Run her around the edge.
Oh yes, I got to get her in the edge, but I got to get top first.
Well, I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying,
Cool your jet steer.
don't go starting a racket here on.
Calm yourself down. Don't go starting a racket. You gotta go home with me.
Yeah, I know, that's the worst.
It's not like you can.
Fact is, I gotta go home, that's the problem.
That's right, and you're hoping for some supper.
Well, I'd like to be able to stay out at that. Yeah, the shine it's too much, right? But it's protected, it's, you know.
That's right. Well, yeah, and all the stuff would rub off, and probably rub off on your clothing.
Probably. Not for the amount of time I'm gonna sit on it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a miracle if you sit on it at all.
Well, strong enough. Must be getting close to 40 pounds there now.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be so unique, it's, you know. Very.
Oh, very unique. Got a lot of time gone in on it, eh?
Yes. I started off making a welding trailer one time. And I spent a full month at it.
Yeah, that's right.
every night and every weekend for a
Yes.
month. I'll put a picture of that in the video, folks. What I'll do at the end of the video, I'll put some photos there of stuff that I have built.
Mm.
And you get a chance to see it
That's cool.
for those who haven't seen it before. We still have people that watch our videos and follow us from Welding Web days, when I used to spend all my time over on
That's right.
weldingweb.com,
Yes, it's true.
which is a great, it's a great site, right? They publish some stuff belonging to us that we built, and
That's right.
Welding Design and Fabrication magazine.
Yes, that's right. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, cool. That's going back a few years now.
Well, they called here one time and they wanted to do a junior editor wanted to do a story on a Coke machine sofa
Yeah.
that I built. And so I agreed to it. And she said, "I'll call you back in a few days." So a few days went by. This senior editor called from the same magazine and said, "Hey, I want to do a story on your sandblaster that you designed and built."
Okay.
And I said, "Where are you calling from?" "Oh," he said, "Design, Welding, Fabrication magazine." I said, No, you guys are doing a story on the Coke machine." And he said, "Who called?" And I told him her name. Oh, I said, "She's a junior editor." He said, "I'm senior, I'll override that. We're doing it on the sandblaster." Remember that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I thought they had changed their mind, went on to something else, but it was two different people, two different stories.
Then another time, I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody calls and they said, "We'd like to do a story on your lift truck."
Yeah.
I said, "What?" She said, "Well, you do a story on your lift truck." And I said, "What's a lift truck?" And she said, "Thing with forks on it." I said, "Oh, you mean forklift?"
Yeah.
She was calling from Melbourne, Australia,
Yes, that's
and
right.
they did a story on it. Forkliftaction.com.
Oh my gosh, you can remember the websites?
Oh yeah, and I can't remember what I did yesterday.
No, you can't remember what you did
But
yesterday.
it's like songs. You can sing a song that you heard in the 70s and know every word. And yet you can't remember a guy that just called you his name 10 minutes ago.
Well, it's true. This is a big thing like that. Long-term and short-term memory.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's better.
Me too. I mean, look at the base and look at the top.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I'm satisfied with that.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, because like that means everything in the world to me.
Well, the sooner you get that done, the sooner I'm going to get a bite to eat.
Oh, for God's sake.
I mean,
She didn't come out here till 9 o'clock.
don't worry about what time I came out here. Because I wasn't there till 9. When
Man, I said
wasn't
9
working.
o'clock in the morning. She must be on afternoon shift or something.
That's fine.
Then 9:30 came. I said, "Oh no, she's on night shift." Yeah,
Or no shift at all.
or no shift at all. Anyway, I got a couple of little hobbles done.
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Good job. So now we can't proceed any further till we get our parts come in.
No, the only parts that I got coming for this is a lock that went it with a detent lock, so that when this would flick up, it would click and keep it up,
Oh,
right?
but we may not be
But
trying.
I don't know if I'm going to use it now.
No.
Because I don't know if I use it if I put it there,
No, I think not.
right? Because like you said, sometimes, give your back a break. Now I can pull this out here and put my feet up on this when I'm TIG welding or whatever.
That's right.
But sometimes I'll lean up against this and put my foot on that, and it gives your back a break.
That's right. You need a break. You need to get off your
So-
feet just a little.
But that's better, eh? See,
Yeah.
folks? Better shiny or better
Dull.
dull?
Dull.
Dull's better. There's no doubt about it. It's kinda-
Dull is better.
Look,
It is
see,
for
that's
vintage.
dull.
Yeah, you don't want a brand spanking new.
No, that's it, right? And it was taken away. It was too flashy.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I had coming was the acorn nuts
Okay.
for there. So, but I think tomorrow I'll come out and I'll finish this.
Well, I won't be working tomorrow.
No? Okay. Anyway, folks, see you next week.
Yeah. I decided to come out after all.
Oh, you're ready.
I had a few things I had to pack up, get ready for Monday, so I figured I'd come in.
Ah, okay.
Oh gosh, that looks good.
Well, it's coming along. I got to get my pipe ready. See, to go through here. So that's basically it.
Wow, is this here the same as that black one?
Same thing.
Wow.
The only difference is that what I've done, I kind of got lazy, and I never had any end caps for it, so I used carriage bolts. Put the carriage bolts in it, V'd them out first on the lathe, V'd the pipe out on the lathe, and then put the carriage bolts in with the maggots right there. Push it up, and then I tack, and then I went in and machined it down.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's.
Wouldn't be possible without
I got them coming out a little bit. I want them to be seen, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's coming along.
Oh yeah, it'll be good. And like I say, this is just old ends of stuff that we had sitting around, and
Yeah.
you know, so it's no big deal, right? And so my next step here now is to take these and weld,
Okay.
screen them.
Yes.
And then I was thinking maybe, you know, for aesthetics,
Again.
I put a couple of rivets.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Right,
It
in
was
along.
clean.
Yeah, you know? And of course then when you're looking at it, it would look like it's
Yeah.
riveted on, which technically it won't be because it's going to be welded, right? But still, well, hey, who cares, right?
Yeah. Really.
So, that's it. There it is. We'll be back.
Another update. Wow. Oh, I love the grate.
Like the grate?
Yes.
Grate's great, isn't it?
It's great.
Hey?
Yeah. Perfect.
And then the pipe.
Excellent. It's a good idea to put it out on the edge. I like that look.
Yeah, well, could have had it fold down, but I really don't think it was necessary.
No. Wow. It looks good.
So, it is what it is, eh?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I like it.
So I'm going to weld that on. And of course, now this can still come off, so I can take this off the paint. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to call this video a video,
Yeah.
because I don't know how long this is, right? So I don't want it to be 2 hours long and then have to split it up anyway. So we'll call it, and then we'll come back with a short video and show
Yes.
the finished product. The rest is only paint and a little bit of clean up, and plus so it's not bad.
That's perfect. It's a good idea.
Plus I got to go plowing snow,
Yes, it's snowing again.
and it could turn to rain, they said, periodically. So what do? You got to push it, right?
Just top of the stool looks good when you finished it.
Yeah, it's not tightened on there, right?
Oh, but look, yeah, it's great.
Well, you know, it takes the glare off, the shine
Yeah,
off
it
it, right?
does.
Let her take it down. It's probably going to hit me on the noggin when I go lift this down.
Yeah, true.
So folks, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the final video, which will be, well, we didn't get our nuts or anything, so that'll be probably by midweek next week or earlier.
Right, could
Right.
be in the new year the way it's looking now.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll see you then, folks. Take care. God bless.